Hello everybody, it's Fat Man from the Holler. And always, if you like my videos, hit like and subscribe and ring that bell for future upcoming content. Today the video I'm going to be doing is about dehusking corn and various methods. And I'll show you guys how to dehusk corn to save the seeds. And you can save the husk to have the corn removed for burning. You can use it for burning, composting, or making corncob pipes. And using the dehusker is very easy. You just put a little basket directly under it to catch the corn as you dehusk it. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You place the corn on top of a dehusker, and then what you initially do is you turn the wheel. And once the placement of the container to catch the corn is in a proper area, I'd recommend using a box if you can mount it. To a box would be more initial for hand cranking it. And as you start to see the hand cranking method, sometimes depending on the size of the corn will initially matter, because some of it, if the corn's fresh and it's wet, or if it's not to full gross length, you'll have to work with it initially to get it to get the corn off, and it's preferably letting it dry. And then sometimes you'll have corn that's a little bit drier, and even if it's smaller, you'll have to work with it a few times to get the corn to initially come off the husk. And as you use the dehusker, you put it through the top, and then it'll shoot out the back when the husk is done. Usually it's preferably good to let corn dry for longer than I have done, which I let my corn initially dry for roughly 4 days to a week or so, roughly. Some of it dried longer because it was harvested sooner. And I've had some corn that I've actually blanched in hot water and froze to get rid of parasites and bugs, so it can be frozen and put in the refrigerator for a later date to be cooked or baked in the oven. And as you dehusk it, you can see it's kind of a chore in itself, because you'll have to work the dehusker, and the dehusker, sometimes the legs on it that I purchased, I tried to swap the legs around to get them to fit properly, and they fit a little rough, so typically I have to hold one side as I dehusk it, and it makes it kind of more work than desired. But it's nice to be able to grow corn even despite the drought and the crazy horrific thunder weather. And I also take the corn, and some of it where it has loose corn, I'll break the corn off the husk so I don't have corn flinging everywhere, and then I'll have to pick up a few pieces that fling because I don't have it mounted to a box just yet. So I work and do my thing. As I do it, I'm trying to show people who like old things, who may have enjoyed it when they was younger, be too old, or not want to do it today, that some folks still keep some of the old tools and things alive as I dehusk the corn. And I try to show you guys what corn looks like, even though it's wet, and try to create the best content. And this is some of the first times of me actually using my 4K camera, a 2023 leveling up. And I try to create a great narrative for my new subscribers and old subscribers alike, because I try to give instruction based upon the content that I would like to see, because there's a lot of folks who have a lot of tools and a lot more knowledgeable, tangible assets to offer than myself. But I just create content for the basic viewers, and the things that I do per se, almost anyone can do with a limited budget or very small budget. And it requires more work than the power tools and gasoline tools, but all in all, it serves a purpose of feeding me, my chickens, and I oftentimes pass some of the food off to my neighbors. And as you can see in this video, there's the corn in the container. Some of it's wet, and some of it has been dehusked. You can see it where the corn is loose. And what I'm going to show you is the wet corn, what it looks like, And then I'll show you some of the corn's being dehusked. And the initial thing about the corn is you have it in a container. You really need to strive for keeping your corn dry as possible so it does not mold. Because if it molds, it's really not going to be good for humans to eat, and not the greatest thing for your livestock to eat. I mean, pigs can eat the corn, chickens, cattle, goats. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people don't feed cattle much corn, but I like to feed it to goats and pigs. And just illustrate what's going on in the video. I try to create the simplest narrative. It's not about following the algorithm of YouTube or being over analytical. It's just a basic video for basic folks who find interest in basic farming methods. And I'm trying to produce the best content that I can. Even though I'm a little new to using the 4K camera, please bear with me. And I'm going to wrap this video up. And as always, much love from Fat Man from the Holler. And I hope everybody has a blessed and wonderful day. And the end of the year is wonderful for everyone. And that is all.